All right, we are live. It is another episode of Ask Jes. I am Jess Marcy. I am a clutter coach, and every Tuesday at 1:15 Eastern Time, I go live and answer the decluttering questions or organizing or mindset or whatever it is, questions that have come in. It is Tuesday, the 21st of November. We have a lot of Thanksgiving and holiday related questions, so we are going to dive right in. There's actually a lot of questions this week. Let's see here. Question number one: how can I involve my family or guests in the decluttering process during Thanksgiving? Okay, Thanksgiving or any holiday actually any family get together is a really great time to do what I like to call make memories with memories. If you have family photographs, family heirlooms, anything like that at your house, and you need help going through them, or you need other eyes on them, or you just want to create a fun thing for your family to do, pull out that stuff, put it in the middle of the table, get your camera video rolling. This is something that you want to actually document and talk about these family photos and these family heirlooms. What is the story? Who is this person? What is why do we have this? Document that history. And then you can also distribute these items amongst your family members. If you have, all of the family photos and some people want some, you can also, people can take pictures of the pictures. So if you want to have a digital copy of the photos, take pictures of the pictures. Hi, Jen. Hi, Julie. Hello, hello. Make memories with memories. This is a really good opportunity to pull out that stuff that you have, share it with other people. And it's just a good family activity, hearing the old stories, right? So it's such a great thing to do. That is how your family can help with the decluttering process during the holidays. Other ways that they can help: the holidays are a great time to declutter because a lot of people are doing charity drives. Soup kitchens are looking for food. I mean, okay, we'll say this: all year long is a good time to declutter, and that's really important. But there's a lot of motivation to give to others during the holidays. So let's ride that wave of motivation and get stuff out of your house. That could be, maybe you could do ungifting where you ask people to help you remove stuff from your house instead of adding to your house this year. So some thoughts there. Thank you for that question. Hello, Marissa. Hello, Mary. Hello, Diane. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, question number two. Are there any specific items or decorations I could consider decluttering to create a more festive atmosphere? Okay, so festive starts in your heart. Festive starts in your heart. Festive starts in your mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your environment. If you wake up and you want to feel festive, what can you do? Starting with your mindset, right? This is going to be a great day. It's going to be we're going to have a good experience. Festive starts in your mind. Putting on music is a great way to get festive without adding any decorations. Clearing your countertops and your surfaces is a really fast way to feel like your space is more under control. So maybe just really visible surfaces, get those cleared up if you can. I also personally like twinkle lights. I think that they add a cozy vibe to any room. But don't go buy anything. Don't go buy anything. So that's just kind of my personal feelings on that one. How can I minimize my holidays? Did we ask? We must have asked for holiday questions. Uh, how can I minimize holiday stress by decluttering my schedule and commitments? Okay. If you are watching this right now live, if you are watching this on replay, I want you to practice saying this word with me. It is a complete sentence. No, 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 no. Are you saying it right now? No. No, I don't have time for that. Thank you for the invitation. No, I don't have money for that. I'm sorry, I can't participate. Is there something else that we could do? No, I'm not interested in this any longer as a tradition. No. Practice saying no. You are the only person that can control your own stress levels, your own commitment levels. It has to start with you. You have to say no. Put up those boundaries. If there is something that is extending you too far, financially, socially, whatever it is, no. Thank you. It doesn't have to be said in a nasty way or anything like that. Like, there's a way to communicate no, like, I love you, but I can't do that this year. No, thank you, but thank you for the invitation. No. No is the word. It has to start with you. The expectation that somebody else can somehow change your holiday experience is an incorrect expectation, right? We are in control of our worlds. So whatever you can control, make it right for you unapologetically. Okay, next question. Can you provide tips for maintaining a clutter-free home during the busy holiday season? Yes. Clutter-free home during the busy holiday season. Here are my best tips. Number 1, do your dishes every single day, multiple times a day. Keep your dishes done. Number 2, keep up with your laundry. Don't let the laundry fall to the wayside. Do frequent, small household tasks. Number 3, go to sleep every night with a clean kitchen. I think somebody recently mentioned they put their kitchen to sleep every night. I love this idea. Put your kitchen to sleep every night. Clear off the counters, clear out the sink, put your kitchen to sink, put your kitchen to sleep every night. Be cognizant of what you're bringing in. The less you bring in, the easier it is. And if you bring in boxes or bags of stuff, deal with the trash immediately. Do not save boxes. This is not a time to save boxes. It's never really a good time to save boxes unless you're moving. Deal with that trash immediately. Make sure your garbage bins are full every garbage eve, right? Fill up those garbage bins, fill up those recycling bins, clean out your refrigerators on a weekly basis. I do it the night before my garbage is collected. Stay on top of the little things. And just staying on top of those little chores is actually going to make your holiday season, and whatever season it is that you're in, it doesn't have to be the holidays. It's going to make it feel so much better. It's the gift you give to yourself. So give yourself that gift. How can I streamline my packing process to minimize stress and ensure I have everything I need for Thanksgiving? Okay. If you're going to visit family for Thanksgiving, it's really likely that they are going to have access to a washer and dryer. So you don't need to overpack. You can do laundry, but just be really realistic about what you're actually going to wear. It's unlikely that you're going to wear different clothing when you're visiting someone than you would wear at home. I mean, or generally you're going to wear the same things. We wear 10 to 20% of our wardrobes 80 to 90% of the time. So, the idea that you're going to suddenly have need a whole new wardrobe for 3 or 4 days away, declutter that idea. Be realistic. You want to be comfortable. I mean, comfort is so important especially when you're traveling. Just, give yourself the goal of wearing 100% of what you pack. That is my goal all the time. Very rarely do I actually reach it. Even after trying so hard to make sure that I'm not overpacking, occasionally I wear 100% of what I pack, but usually I still miss the mark a little bit. But you don't need the burden of a lot of stuff. You're there to be with other people. That's what this is about. So give yourself the gift of just breathing and not worrying so much about how you look, what you're wearing, if it's right, if it's not right. I heard a comedian say, everyone's worrying about that. Nobody's looking at you. So maybe that'll make you feel better. I am packing leggings. That's my holiday. Dress them up a little bit. You do you. This is you are in control of this mindset. Just get yourself into a good spot. Okay. I think we are off the holiday questions now. And let's see. I actually don't review these questions beforehand. So I'm still not sure what it is about sorting papers that makes me so anxious. I took all the stacks of unfiled papers from every corner of the room, brought them all to the living room where I have more space to spread out. And I'm trying my hardest to toss what I don't want and organize the rest. But I get to a certain point where I just feel discouraged and put everything in a box to tackle another day. Okay. Here is the key. Sorting papers probably makes us anxious because it is reliving every single transaction that we have had in our lives, right? So even if it's not a financial transaction, it could be a transaction of your time, a transaction of your emotions. When you're sorting papers, you're going down this road, you're reliving your life through that sheet of paper, through that transactional sheet of paper. So yeah, it's anxiety producing because who knows what you're going to find. You might feel bad about the money you spent. You might feel bad about the situation. You might feel good. You might feel annoyed that you kept something that you didn't need. The key with papers is to keep as little as possible, as little as humanly possible. Because every time that you go down this road with papers, you have to relive this experience over and over and over again. It's exhausting and it's not necessary. There are so few papers that we actually really need. Give yourself permission to take a risk and let go of these papers. The more papers you keep, the more complicated your organization system has to be, and the more time it's going to require to maintain that organization system. It's just not worth it. You don't need to keep these papers. Let go with love and gratitude for the experience that you have had that have led you up to here, but let go. I really think that when it comes to papers, stop the insanity. We were taught to keep papers in a day and age where papers were the only method of record keeping. We do not live in that day and age anymore. We have many other electronic records of methods of record keeping. We can allow ourselves to change with the times. That's my thoughts on papers. Okay. Has anyone organized their fridge and kept it looking nice? Any tips? My husband loves cooking meat and we have a smoker. He will buy a brisket from the discount place and smoke that. He likes to hunt, so sometimes he's making jerky out of deer, etc. Oftentimes it makes the fridge messy. I've organized it so that the meat is on the bottom. Plus, for a while, I had placemats on each shelf to keep it from getting messy, but it's messy again, so I'll be cleaning it out again. Also, it might be outside of the box, but we never use the big drawers at the bottom. I try to keep my fruit and vegetables at eye level, so I was thinking of pulling those out to make more shelf space at the bottom. Okay, when it comes to our refrigerators, I think we need to really just get into the habit of thinking that we have to work on our refrigerators on a weekly basis. We are constantly adding and removing food from the refrigerator, so it requires more constant maintenance than most other areas of our house. It gets opened and closed and used multiple times a day, which means we need to just organize it, clean it out, declutter it multiple times a week. I mean, that's just how it goes. I feel like sometimes we get into this trap of thinking we can set it and forget it. And home organization is not set and forget. That is just not how it works. Systems require maintenance. I think I probably say that like 5 times on every single Ask Jes. Systems require maintenance. Home organization is a system that requires maintenance. Refrigerators, papers, these big things that we have to do that get overwhelming, laundry, dishes, they're systems that require maintenance. So if we get into the habit of maintaining, it's so much easier. So routine maintenance every single week, tackle your refrigerator. And I think it is a brilliant idea to remove those drawers if you don't use them. If they are just areas that get full and nothing ever gets cleaned out of them, yeah, take them out. This is your refrigerator in your house and it's got to work for your life. You do you, right? What's that silly phrase that I love to repeat? You do you, boo. Make it work for you. Your house has to function for you and you only. Well, you and your family, no one else. If everyone else in the world is keeping their drawers in the refrigerator, but you need to remove your drawers because that makes more sense for the way that you live, yes, do that. This is how we are creating homes that support our lives every single day. Make it perfect for you. And I think in a situation where, your husband loves cooking and he's, doing all this cooking, yeah, it's just going to require more maintenance. That's it. That's just how it goes. And I think mindset matters in this case too. I used to be of the mindset that it was exhausting to have to maintain stuff. And I felt really negative feelings around it. I was bitter. I was resentful. Why do I have to do this? It took a while, but my mindset now is I am so grateful that I get to maintain a house, that I get to maintain a refrigerator full of food, that I get to create an environment that I love and that is perfect for my family. That is something I'm grateful for that I used to be so bitter about. So it's it's not an overnight change, but just shifting your mindset from a place of frustration to a place of gratitude makes a huge difference. And I know it's a little cliche to say, gratitude changes everything, but gratitude changes everything. So sorry for the cliche statement, but it is true. And when you can get to that point, it makes all the difference. And be ruthless in creating a space. Be ruthless in creating a refrigerator that you want to open, because every time you open it, you love it. That is such a gift that you can give yourself. Let's see here. Okay. All right. A week or two ago, there were several discussions in the It's All Clutter group about fine china sets, namely what to do with them. Many, mine definitely, straddle that practical/sentimental threshold, making it difficult to part with them even when they are seldom used. I've tried integrating them into daily use, but that doesn't really fly for me. There are two plates that sit at the bottom of the stack of the daily used regular plates. What is your take on these items? Okay. Things that sit on the edge of functional yet sentimental. Is that what we said? Functional, not practical/sentimental. I think we have to decide, are they practical or are they sentimental? If you have tried to integrate your fine china into everyday use or more frequent use and you find that it's just not working, it's not practical, it's sentimental. And in that case, how do you need to keep the entire set to have that same like positive sentimental feeling? Or can you take one plate, display it, even if you display the plate behind the stack of dishes, like so you open up your cabinet, there's a stack of dishes, and then in the back of that stack you have your one sentimental plate kind of standing up. It makes you smile when you see it. You don't need to keep the whole set. Can you have one that represents the entire set and let the rest go? Or can you feel comfortable knowing that this set has lived its life in your family and now you're ready to pass it along to some other family that's going to use it and more frequently and give it the life that that it can be living out practically. Yeah, I would say don't let things live on the edge of practical and sentimental. Choose one or the other. For me personally, we have one set of dishes and then one set of silverware that is the sentimental stuff. I love it and I use it, probably once, at a minimum of once a month, more, but hopefully more frequently. Many months it's more frequently. We use it for holidays, birthdays, maybe like Sunday night dinners, that sort of stuff. So I'm very intentional to use it. And if I didn't use it that much, I would not keep all of it because it's a huge collection and it takes up a lot of space. My space is at a premium, and so is your space. So how can we negotiate that? What is sentimental? Do I need to keep the entire thing? Versus I need my house to function for me every single day. Every minute of every day, I need my house to function for me. And if I have something taking up an enormous amount of space that I'm not using, it's not functional and it's draining my mental health. And that's more important than anything else. Good question, though. Okay. One of my challenges is that when I'm decluttering, I think to myself that this friend would like this or that friend would like that. And I put those items aside for them. It makes decluttering more time consuming and it takes longer to get those items out of the house. Any suggestions would be appreciated. Great question. So I think when you see something that a friend would like, number one, let's make sure that that friend really likes and wants that. So one of my rules is don't make my clutter somebody else's clutter. It's nice to pass things along, but I want to make sure that what I'm passing along is actually wanted. So I would say immediately when you see that thing and you have that thought, just text a picture to your friend or family member and say, hey, I'm letting this go. I wanted to ask you first if you want it because it reminds me of you or it reminds me of something that you would like. Then I would also say to them, no pressure if you don't want to keep this or if you don't want to accept this, right? Because we don't want to put that burden on somebody else to have to say yes to our stuff that they don't really want. So that sentence really helps a lot. No pressure. Just wanted to see if you want it. If they want it, great. Make arrangements to get it to them as quickly as possible. If they don't want it, make arrangements to get it out of your house as quickly as possible. So I think that that's the, timelines matter. It's nice. It feels a lot better to let go of stuff if we know that it's going to a place where somebody wants it. So I believe that that is time well spent. But I just think we want to make sure we're not fooling ourselves into thinking that other people want our stuff when they really don't. And then it's sitting in our house for a long time, only to be passed to somebody else who's then going to have to declutter it. So just be realistic. But I think it's okay investing that little extra time because it feels better letting it go. And that's worth it. All right. This is the last question that was submitted today. I'm stuck in a loop on some items. I can't use them now. They were bought for the decluttered, organized, and functional home that I want. So they should go. But in my head, I say that I will be able to use them once I declutter more. But of course, I know if I hold on to too many things for the future, I will not get to a decluttered future. Yes. Is there a balance here, or does it just have to go? Or does it just depend on whether I can find something else to go to make room for it? Examples might be a pretty tray to serve on when I can have people over again, or exercise equipment that I want to use once I have enough floor space. This is a really good question. Okay, so I'm stuck in this loop. I want these things for when I have a more decluttered home. A couple of thoughts on this question. Number one, we don't want to ever wait to live our lives until we're at the point of a decluttered home or a decorated home or more time or whatever it is. If there is something that you value so much that you're hanging on to it to use it for the future, can you start using it right now? Can you start living the life that you're working towards while you're working towards that goal? Can you do both together? If you're saving stuff to have people over and you don't want to have people over right now, can you go out with those people? Can you still have that social interaction without it having to be at your house? So you can work towards that goal at your house, but still be living that right now. If you're waiting to exercise until you get decluttered, can you start exercising right now while you're decluttering? Hey, you can even make a decluttering session into an exercise session. Don't wait to live the life that you're working towards. Start to live the life that you're working towards in parallel with the work that you're doing. Because the reality, the cold hard truth is we are never going to get to that point. We're never going to get there. There's always going to be something else, something this, something that. We're always going to be saying, when this, then that. Let's declutter that phrase and start saying, right now. Right now, I'm doing this while I'm also doing this. I would actually say devote an equal amount of time to those things that you're putting off as you spend to decluttering. It is so important that we actually live our lives, that we enjoy what we can with this time that we have, because nobody knows how much time that they have, right? Nobody does. So start living that life that you're putting off right now. Do not wait. And the magic that happens there is when you start doing the things, the stuff that you're saving actually becomes less significant because you're doing the thing. So you don't need the item or the object for the future because you're doing it right now. So you don't need to hold on to things for that future time. You're prioritizing that right now. And if you find that you're telling yourself over and over and over again, I'm going to start exercising, and I'm going to declutter, and you don't start exercising, that's okay, but don't save the stuff because it's unrealistic and you're just burdening yourself with this negative feedback loop because you're seeing it and you're thinking, if this, then that, in the future I'll do this, but right now I'm stuck here, and it just is creating this negative loop, right? I'm stuck here. I can't get out of this. One day I want to do this. We don't need that loop. We do not need any negative feedback loops in our life. We have enough of those. Give yourself the gift of letting go of future expectations and give yourself the gift of doing this stuff right now, because that's live the life. Live the life. That was a really good question to end on here. Thank you for all of these incredible questions. They are so fun to go through every single week. I wish each and every one of you some time to live the life that you're working so hard towards this week. I'm grateful for you for being here. I'm so grateful for you for being here. This is hard work. It's not an easy path forward. Decluttering and organizing is not even about the stuff. It is about the bigger picture. And it takes a lot of courage to show up for yourself every day, every week, every month, and do that hard work. Thank you. Thank you for being inspiration to all of us. I wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am so grateful for you, and I will see you next week. Tuesday, 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now.